My name is Mary, and I'm coming to you from the children's room of the Portland Public Library in Portland, Maine. And I'm here to continue reading JoJo Makoons' The Used to Be Best Friend, written by Dawn Quigley, illustrated by Tara Audibert. The book was published by Heartdrum, which is an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers, and it was published in 2021. Chapter 6, JoJo's Class Yearbook. Later that afternoon, teacher made a very big announcement. Students, the principal, Mrs. Whirlwind Horse, is letting our grade help design the school yearbook. Isn't that exciting, children? Bree said, "Oh, how fun!" Last week I asked Bree what her name meant. She told me, "I am named after a very fancy cheese, JoJo." I do not know if I like cheese anymore. Ferris started clapping. Ferris is my best friend. Sometimes I ask him for a favor, to switch seats so I can sit by the window, and he always says yes. Well, what's the big deal? Who cares about a book on grass and dirt? So I asked, "Teacher, what's a yard book?" All at once the class turned to me with big eyes. Then one person in the back started to laugh. Then almost everyone, even teacher, laughed real loud at me. I couldn't see Fern because she was in front of me, but I know for sure I didn't see Lily laugh. I've always liked that Lily. She is very friendly to me. "Oh, JoJo, it's not a yard book, it's a yearbook. You know, where all the student pictures in the school are included. A yearbook also has things that happened over the entire school year," teacher said. "JoJo, it's like a memory book of the school. You didn't know that?" Chuck giggled. "No, Chuck, I did not." But that's not what I said out loud. Sometimes it's good to keep practicing being friendly. Like now. Like when I did not pull his braid on the bus this morning because I really tried my best to be friendly. It's very hard sometimes, teacher explained. And so, class, Mrs. Whirlwind Horse has asked that any student may submit artwork for the yearbook. They are due Friday. Just think, we could have our art in a book, Bree squealed. "Yes, Bree," teacher replied. "Remember, a yearbook's artwork is a way to use pictures showing the students' school year experiences and memories." And that's when I decided I would like to have my art in a book too. I worked all week on my yearbook pictures, and I did not include any yard pictures at all. Teacher said we need to explain the students in art. So that's what I did. I drew how I will remember my class from this school year. I included all the students in my class. This is how I was being friendly to all of them, even Bree. They will all have special artwork all about them. I kept my fingers crossed all day so my art would be picked, but it was very hard to brush my teeth with my fingers crossed that night. I knew the principal would pick my art for the yearbook. My art is very special. Even Mimi thought so when I showed it to her at home. Well, she never said she didn't like it. Chapter 7, Shots Ahoy. After school, I decided to spy on Mama and Grandma because they've been whispering a lot lately. Mimi's a very smart kitty. She knows the V word. When she hears the word vet, she runs and hides. She does not like the vet. I could hear them saying shots soon and need to trick her. I needed to tell Mimi to be brave when she gets her shots. So I crawled under the round dining room table that has a long tablecloth on it. She won't like it, Mama whispered. Well, Cockham replied, who does like shots? But today's the day. Mama sighed. I guess I'll go get her into the car. I held my breath under the table for about 25 minutes. Or at least it felt that long. Maybe it was only a minute. But I had my mind made up. If Mimi was getting shots, I needed to give her a very big hug and to tell her to hold her breath so she does not lose all her air. I heard Mama and Cockham get up and walk around the house. Then I heard the garage door open, then close after a car went out. So I peeked out from under the table. I wondered, where is Mimi? I heard the car back out of the driveway. I ran to the front door. Boom! I ran right into Cockham. Oh, JoJo, where are you running to so fast? Cockham asked. Well, I glanced out the window to see Mama driving slowly away. How come is Mimi in the car? I asked. Well, yes, for her shots, my girl, Grandma answered. I said, but I didn't get to give her a hug, and so she'd be brave. That's what best friends do. No, JoJo, Mimi is already very brave. I'm more nervous for the vet, she said with a laugh. Sometimes I wonder about Cockham's way of thinking and remembering things. It's very funny. Why would she worry about the vet? Mimi's the one who got shots. Meouch. I sent her all my heart kisses to protect her. The next morning, I remembered that teacher said we had to turn in our drawings for the yearbook. I grabbed my stack of drawings from the kitchen table and walked out the front door. Bye, Mimi, I said, very full of love for her. Mimi did not answer me. I know she did not like getting her shots. But the vet must have been very good because Mimi did not lose all her air either. I told Ferris later. Shots are not very fun, but they are good for all of us. Ferris, I thought you were very smart about air and balloons, but you're not. Shots are not fun at all, but maybe they're not that scary because they are over very fast and they help us to be healthy. Maybe they should call shots vitamins, or maybe Mimi is very brave. Ferris is a good bus friend, and I was being friendly to tell him the truth, that he is not as smart as he thought. Fern was waiting for me at school by the front door. I hoped she would sit by me at lunch. I wondered if she would act like my best school friend today. Bonjour, JoJo, Fern said. She said it with a smile. So I think today she will be a school best friend. Did you bring your art? Bonjour, Fern, I answered. Yes, I have a whole big stack of my art. Look. Fern's eyes got very big. Wow, JoJo. I know. Mrs. Whirlwind Horse will pick yours. Remember, fast blinking means you are very serious and full of truth. Oh, Fern, do you think so? I said. We walked into our classroom together. Upchuck was ahead of us, talking to teacher in the doorway. Bonjour, Fern. Bonjour, JoJo, teacher said. Upchuck was smiling big at Fern. Were they school best friends now? My heart felt very droopy thinking about that. I sort of dropped one of my art papers in front of teacher. I wanted Upchuck to get away from my school best friend, Fern. Oh, I said, real loud like, lip pointing to the floor. Can you pick that up, Chuck? Teacher looked at me with squinty eyes. I could see his forehead vein popping out again. Upchuck just laughed and handed me my paper. Teacher looked at me. So I smiled big. Cockham told me a big smile is what friends give to each other. I even tucked my lips under so he could see my gums. A gum smile means I'm not being mean to Upchuck by calling him Upchuck. But why is teacher's forehead vein getting bigger and bulgier? So quickly I added, can you pick that up, Chuck? Please? Using please is being friendly. Chapter 8, JoJo's Friends. Today, the principal, Mrs. Whirlwind Horse, decided on the art for the yearbook. Teacher walked us down to the GYM for the announcement. I am very good at ART, so I can't wait to hear my name get called as the winner. Fern saved me a spot on the floor. We sat together with the other first graders. I sat down and reached for Fern's hand. Best friends like to hold hands. But on the other side of Fran, I saw Susan, and Susan was holding Fern's other hand. My eyes felt like little pokey things were jabbing me. I tried to stick my tongue out to catch a big fat tear, But more fat tears kept falling. "JoJo," Fern whispered in my ear, "are you okay?" "I'm not okay. My school best friend has so many other school best friends. I tried to give her a very big gum smile, but it did not look pretty because my tears kept making my lips slip back over my teeth." "Shh, girls," teacher said to us. "Mrs. Whirlwind Horse is announcing the yearbook art winner." The principal cleared her throat. "Thank you very much to all the students who submitted their art for the yearbook." Fern squeezed my hand. I squeezed hers back. I knew Susan did not get a Fern squeeze. At least, I didn't think so. "And so, children," the principal continued, "let's all clap loudly for the winner. Waban Gladu." Waban is in the 4th grade and has drawn a beautiful butterfly. It will be on the yearbook cover. The principal showed us all the butterfly picture. Everyone clapped, everyone except me. I knew it was important to be happy for others, so finally I slipped my hand from Fern's and clapped. But I did not put all my love into my clap. Waban drew a very good butterfly. She was in the 4th grade. I knew 3rd grade was scary, but 4th grade must be okay. But my big fat tears came even faster now. I tucked my chin very close to my neck to make myself smaller. I could see something waving next to my face. "Here, JoJo, take this," someone said in my ear. I looked up and tried to wipe my eyes so I could see. Bree waved a tissue in my face. "You can wipe your eyes, JoJo." Bree's head was tilted, and her eyes were big. She patted my arm and said, "JoJo, I think your art was prettier than the butterfly." Wow. Bree was being very friendly to me. I nodded to her and took the tissue, but just in case it had boogers on it, I tucked it into my pocket. I wiped my eyes on my shirt, except I did it all sneaky-like to not hurt Bree's feelings. I'm getting very good at being friendly, even to Bree. Later that day at lunch, I walked to Fern's in my usual table, but she wasn't there. I could see her sitting next to Upchuck and Bree and Susan and Lily. I've always liked that Lily. I could feel my prickly eye pokey thing starting again. So I started to turn to sit with my back to them, all by myself. Right then, I saw Upchuck lip point to me. Then he lip pointed to the empty seat next to all of them at their lunch table. Suddenly, my prickly, pokey eyes stopped. I walked over to their table. "JoJo," Fern said, "I'm so happy you want to sit with us. I missed you." I answered right in Fern's ear, "But I thought you didn't want to be best friends anymore." I must have said it too loud because everyone started saying things. "JoJo, we always saved a seat here for you," Upchuck said. Susan added, "Yeah, JoJo, you always make us laugh." Then Bree said, "JoJo, I thought you didn't like me or us." My cheeks stretched so long. I was very happy and tried to give them all my biggest gum smile. I sat down across from Fern, and without us even talking, she took my sandwich, tuna fish, P.U. Fern gave me her peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Only best friends trade stinky tuna fish. And my other new friendly friends plugged their noses very politely as Fern ate it. The next week, teacher called me over to his desk at quiet reading time. JoJo, he began. Teacher was not being very quiet during quiet reading time. JoJo, teacher continued, I took one of your yearbook art pictures. I sent it to my friend at our reservation museum. I looked at teacher's forehead. His vein always lets me know how he's really feeling. No sticky, outy vein. This must be good news. JoJo, the museum director liked one of your pieces of art very much. She is going to use it for the poster of the Pembina tribal teepee this summer. Gosh, I said, I am an artist. And that's why my art is on the poster all over the reservation. It's very funny art, though. I wonder if they saw everything in my picture. When I grabbed all my yearbook art last week from my kitchen table, one must have gotten stuck in that pile. One that was not a yearbook art picture. But now, all of my best friends and new friendly friends can see my art. And this is the picture. It's the teepee. And if you look carefully, there's a tail sticking out. So Mimi is in the picture too. Well, that's the end of this story. At the back, you will find JoJo's glossary and an author's note and information about the authors. So we've been reading JoJo Makoons, the used-to-be best friend. It was written by Dawn Quigley and illustrated by Tara Audibert. It was published by Heartdrum, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers, and it was published in 2021. And so, my name is Mary, and I'm coming to you from the children's room of the Portland Public Library in Portland, Maine. And until next time, bye-bye.